Yeah, good morning, Nigerians all over the world. Morning, followers of GPP live chat, members of the general public, senior citizens among us. I say good morning to you especially. Today is Wednesday, 30th of October, the year 2024. The year is fast winding down, and a lot of activities is also gearing to close up for the year. We should all bear in mind that when the year is approaching a very close moment of this kind, we always experience rush hours in many of our activities. So we should take it as a lesson and do the needful and keep upright, most especially now that we're having some little economical challenge, which will soon be out and over for better for Nigeria people. We are on the issue again this morning, continuation on issue of recovery of government abandoned properties. This has become a very serious matter that most government properties, contracts awarded, abandoned, many facilities ordinarily made for youth empowerment and putting touches to some of our challenges from these areas are all been abandoned. So government of this very moment that listen to the youth, that believe that power can be transferred to the youth and trying to bridge the gap between the government and the ordinary people. So this is the channel that we should, for the moment, rely on, work with, because there are evidences and traces that we are standing rightly for the ordinary people. No matter the challenge, I keep saying, this is one moment that we must let go. Chances must be created again in our hearts, because a lot of us are stuck in difficulties made man-made. And when it's man-made, sometimes it's very difficult to let go. But with this careful selection of Mr. President, we all can see that youth are getting involved in strategic positions that could gear us to the next level. So let's give another chance and let's work with Mr. President on the fact that the Renew Hope ambassadors working in line with the recovery team, the special task force on recovery of government abandoned properties, and in the 36 states has agreed to see how fast we can put our hands together, look inward, and let go differences. Nigerians, we are great people. We are leaders of different kinds, and we have to keep it going no matter the challenges standing before us. Those giants will be surmounted with understanding, love, and kindness. We know many things are not working right now. We have come a long way in this system, so difficult to understand. But now we have a leader. I can tell you guys, youth, because I was I'm a youth. I go out every day. I know what's happening. I know how it takes me to get where I am today to speak for you. You must get yourself involved in doing something, no matter the level of our education. This is very serious. And that is why Mr. President thought it wise to say he's going to lift 50 million youths from poverty. And one thing again, Mr. President is beginning to feel that we, the youth, are not trusting the leadership. Because when you have youth with you, no matter the challenges, you'll be able to withstand it. He needs more youth to be part of good governance, to bring up an idea. Take it up, don't stay in your house and complain. We complain a lot. We don't have anybody. I don't have an uncle in the government. I don't have a father who is in the military. I can't say no. That is over now. That is over now. Whatever you think you can do, bring it up to this channel. Call us to your convenience. Let us have these details. But so long as it can impact positively in Nigeria, Mr. President is ready to approve it. And I want to assure us that this is the first of its kind that a channel is created from the word of your local government. The Triangle Project is there in your ward of your local government, in your state, in your local government headquarters, in every community, down to the federal. You have a communication, a triangular communication, networked together to work with Mr. President on this platform. Let's bring up ideas, bring up companies. If the elder ones are taking the contract from Ministry of Works, Housing, and everywhere, and the youths are the one delivering these services, there is nothing stopping the youths to also bring up. If you are 18 years, you are liable, you are eligible to register a company in Nigeria that does business. So identifying yourself as a youth and believing to move forward in this project is more key to Mr. President right now. So if you meet the recovery team in your domain, please don't fear. Don't be afraid. They are there to make things easy for you because we want to take ownership properly of every materials that are left wasted because the youth has need for them. And Mr. President has given the opportunity for youth to harness this thing. And giving us this opportunity is not just an opportunity, it's a trial version of what the youth can do. We want to be able to deliver this project transparently, documentedly, with neat evidences. You guys, I don't do recording program now. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes live on air. And that is why I'm different from every other presenter you can never have around the globe. You are particularly involved in this. You should know the systems that work for you. Our systems are not working right now. It's not because Mr. President is not trying. It's because we have not identified the challenges before us. One of these challenges is, what are we supposed to do? What is the link? What is the network? Who is responsible for this? These are things that we are supposed to put together before Mr. President. So we're all on the bench of complaint around the streets of the major cities and hanging out time and sending mails on the internet. No, that doesn't solve the problem. That's why a lot of things are happening. We have our brother, very dark man. He came on and said he is going to be the online police. Yes, it has to. It has gotten to that extent that we no longer use the internet for the purpose the internet is designed. It makes it easy for us to communicate, to link information, to be acquainted, to be on time, to be updated. Well, right now, it is rather becoming a medium of embarrassment to our leaders. We are the youth that face this depression. I want to urge us, I want to appeal to us youth. The attitude that takes us to our attitude, it is the character that we exhibit. Mr. President is saying again this morning drive from GBB Dex, that he is appreciating all the youth of Nigeria. And with the sectors that are coming up, a lot of things is going to happen. Youth are going to have information. The skills acquisition that we're talking about will soon commence. And I think I have a brief of it here. Okay, good and fine. This is what it is. The NASDAQ GBB Skills Acquisition Development Project. This is a government project. This is a partnership. This is what the government is talking about. Now, the 50 million youth that are going to be deployed into different skills, including criminal skills. Go to Thailand, go to Indonesia, go to Singapore. Most of these people, GDP is boosted on domestic activities. We have the raw materials ready to deploy. So Mr. President is not really very comfortable with this, and he's giving us the next opportunity for us to be able to put our skills together. That is why the Expo 2024 this year guaranteed us that everything that we can do with our hands can be put into action. And Mr. President and the Vice President and leaders of different corners put these ideas together for us to showcase our talents. So please, youth, bring up your companies wherever you submit your proposals. Write a reminder, give us a copy. Let's see who is there that can support the youth of Nigeria on the ambassadorial project of the Renew Hope, working in partnership with Purple Heart to recover government abandoned properties. We want to assure Nigerians that there is going to be change, and the change is going to be for real. So most of us that are not opportune to have access to Mr. President directly, the Triangle Project will give you access to whatever you want to achieve with Mr. President. We use this very singular honor to appreciate all the DGs of the agencies that are doing business and putting partnership with GBB and giving us opportunity to work in line with the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President, most especially in the skills acquisition arena. We're saying thank you to all of you. Thank you to Mr. President. We can't thank you enough. We refer to you as a daddy. I don't want to know whether because it's Mr. President. I am saying this because he's giving us a listening ear, giving us opportunity, and it's crystal clear that the president is ready. But we can't have it done one day. Let's give President a chance to put all the instruments together and come up with your partnership of all level. Let's work together. Let's move Nigeria forward. Thank you very much. That is on the skill aspect. So now we are going to talk about this is the banner. When you see this in front of your house and you see a young man with this jacket or with this putting on, you can Yeah, sorry, we're back again online. Sorry for the breaking transmission. There was failure from the internet service provider from where we are, and we're off the air. It's all right. That is okay. We're back on air. And what I was saying, this notice is to be pasted on your wall. And once you see this notice, you don't have to panic. There is nothing to worry about. Just quickly take your telephone number, call the line, or proceed to the office completely and then resolve the matter. You don't have anything to worry about when you see these people on this task force or with this cap I put it on this for the task force. Just know that they are there to fix some things with you properly that will give you the right ownership of the property you're occupying if you're not sure. And sometimes there are people who gives information that are not right too. So that's the more reason why you must have to make our time to make contact with the office. Or you can call us on air. We have this program every time. And on any of our program, both on the skills, the cooperative, the sport, you can call us on issue related recovery motion. We give you attention to that. It might not be me all the time on the channel. It might be direct in the office. It might be on the field, as they will be doing field tour and feeling the pulse of the public regarding this project of recovery that Mr. President has created for Purple Heart and youth involvement in this critical asset recovery. So please, the house address is House 3 Court Road by A.A. Rano filling station. It's off Karujukwe, Nyanya. It's still FCT. So just descending before the Nyanya Bridge, the right turn on the flyover, straight down to the A.A. Rano. I think the first turn is the office. The three house on that road by the right. That's the office. So you can pay them a visit, you can discuss your issues and resolve it with them. So that aside, for the task force, the soldiers, police, civil defense, they are there to take charge of any act of violence which we don't expect. But in most time, because of the hardship and what people have gone through in hands of so many people that are not authorized, they seems to raise eyebrow at the first instance. So I am advising us, the officials of the task force, not to involve yourself in any physical combat in any time in this operation. The security agency and the police that are with you are there to protect you, protect the government abandoned properties, and ensure safety of everybody, including the occupants that is still illegally occupying the property until proved otherwise. So I am using this singular honor to address the general public to be peaceful in this exercise as they embark on it in the 36 states of the Federation plus FCT. For now, Lagos is under very serious recertification and verification, so activity will not commence immediately until we get the results of the ongoing verifications of those committee. Then, for those citizens, brothers and sisters who bought a house from real estate, who invested in real estate and have not been able to achieve the goal so many years back, we understand. As we recover for federal government, we urge you to bring your report, your cases, and ensure every evidence. Like so many of them are coming and meeting us on the field. We don't attend to people on the field while on operation. Come to the office, do your documentation properly, and by the special grace of God, you don't need to panic. You will get back your investment. The federal government and Mr. President, before kickstarting properly on the affordable buildings, we need to clear the air by providing and taking charge of all areas where governments need to invest and develop for the use of the citizens of this country. So we appreciate all of us that are going to be in one way or the other involved in this operation to deliver this message in the interest of God that we believe. And those of us who are going to be in charge of many critical aspects in this operation, this is a complete operation. Clean Nigeria and institute the maintenance team that is going to involve from the local governments to the federation for proper maintenance, for easy access, for security surveillance. A lot job is going to be created. So I'm urging all of us youths, don't say I am too big to queue to document my name. If you are in Abuja, we are going to be joining us any moment. We put a call across to you in the National Development Agency, NASDA. So all of you should wake up from where we are now and begin to join the identical goal who will make you a new identity, agreeing to move forward to develop our nation, Nigeria, and give the hardworking people a facelift. You know, there's no more interest people running in that they're going to do handwork. They're going to learn carpentry. They're going to learn furniture and all this. In those days, someone comes to the city and you can go to school and say, "No, I want to learn handwork." Because those that have handwork, they actually have assurance. That insurance cover them. But because the government has abandoned that aspect, part of the recovery is to harness all the handworking people. Let's give the handworking people a facelift. Let's begin to fix them into the society, create opportunity for them to benefit from the work of their hand, which is what God is blessing. God will never say, I want to bless you because you're a doctor. Say, I will bless the work of your hand. And that work of your hand is exactly what we're talking about. It's exactly what Mr. President is talking about right now. So for some of us that are youth, leaders of all the states, coordinators of this triangle project, we are going to work seamlessly. We don't want to work with stress. We don't even want too many identification because you are to represent the eyes of a lot of things. You have to be able to report rightly things that are done wrongly in your state, in your local government, in your world, so that they know that the people are actually in charge of their properties. You being the local government chairman does not have the authority to start the project and don't report it. As you are starting the project, everything is already on air because the eyes of the president, the triangle project, is there. So we are going to work together to ensure that our home have peace. Nobody knows your community more than you. All this we are saying, we are just dancing around the truth. These people that disturb us that we cannot go to the farm anymore, they live around us. We know them. If we can't negotiate, because we shouldn't negotiate with a terrorist, then we have to speak the mind to ourselves to change. In this aspect, someone in my community know that person who comes new. The Triangle Project is in that. So some things happen in the community, well report untimely communicated to the police. The DPO said, okay, just give me 1 second. Around the DPO, there are challenges. Because in the police also there are factions, there are immediate needs that are not there most time, most especially in this fueling. It is now that I'm involved in fueling a convoy vehicle for operation. I know what the Nigerian police and Nigerian government is spending when it gets to police vehicle parking here and there, and we'll come and pass, they look at their vehicle safe. If you know what it takes to fuel one vehicle that will run from area 1 to the airport and turn back without carrying anything inside, just to see that there's no crime, and it does that like 2-3 times in a day, check Abuja, check all other states, check everywhere. Please, we should appreciate our government. We must appreciate it because look at our earthly father, the one that brought me and you to this world. He goes out in the morning, look for money, come give our mother the cook food. We eat in the evening when we want to go and sleep. We say, Daddy, thank you very much, Mommy. I'm so happy. This food is so sweet, you know. When you tell them like this, they feel happy more. This is my experience. Even when we work in companies, When your job comes, your boss comes and say, ah man, you tried today. How did you get the link up there? I have to do alignment, I have to climb up the tower myself, and I have to make sure that other side we need to adjust it because the receive signal strength is low. You're making him happy, you're giving him something ahead of time. This is what the Triangle Project will be doing for Mr. President. We are going to ensure that every problem that is escalated to us is communicated with the next door. The next door line which you will have it is 070-777-08297. That's the next door. When you get across to that line, your information must reach the next door. And if you're reaching the next door, that means God answered your prayer. That is the opportunity the youth has. So the youth have been complaining that they don't have the means of communicating with Mr. President. That even if they go on social media and they communicate, because of the kind of attitude that is in the social media, their submissions is not taken very serious. You see people see good submissions, nobody makes comment on them. But when they see naked pictures, when they see things that is ungodly, things that make men do that is when they say they write on them, they have time to read, to do everything, to time. Come on, we should learn to praise good things, not carrying bad news all the time. So this morning sermon is for us to gear ourselves. If you don't have a company and you are a graduate, put yourself together, register a company, let it be a limited liability company ready to do business. That company can do electrification of the local government guest house. That company can do sweeping and cleaning of the market square. That company can do keeping eyes and putting security surveillance, because very soon in all the markets and schools and everywhere, the Triangle Project is going to install surveillance that we sit everywhere, we can watch what is happening from remote and where we have the back end checking 247. We must work with our security apparatus. If we don't give them this support, how do they succeed in their security activities? Security is for all. It's not for the man who's branded. Because I'm wearing a task force jacket now, that's why I come to the road and police is everywhere, people run. And no. That is not the policing we're talking about. The policing we need is the eye witness, time communication, and that is why we must make communication very soft to our people. We have to get CUG lines, and I'm going to communicate that directly with my boss, and he's going to approve for CUG line. We'll write directly to the founder and CEO of Globacom, Dr. Michael Adenuga. We are going to write directly because it's our pride to communicate security challenges to our security task forces to help in averting situations that will last for 1 hour, will only last for 10 minutes. And once there's information, when there's communication, security is defeated. So let's try as much as possible to involve ourselves in this project, and any of the state coordinators, you have to be on live broadcast with us from Abuja, giving us updates of what's happening, and per second, per minute, we want to be in charge of the life and protection of our properties wherever they are. So where you need help, you have a letter already introducing you to the Civil Defense State Command in the 36 states. The approval from the headquarters has been shared and signal has been communicated to all of them. So you can go there, introduce yourself, document yourself properly, and you have enough security coverage from Abuja. That has been done. Same in the police arena. So we need to understand the fact that this project is for us, and we have to prove ourselves, we that are involved in this. Transparency is my order of check. Identigo will tell you that if you identify with good things will come to you. I want to assure you that this emblem is from Purple Hearts, the partner that is recovering the belongings to the federal government of Nigeria, abandoned properties. I want to say thank you this morning. For those of us going to work, we have too many activities and meetings all over the places, and we'll be rushing out again. I'll join you by noon for further updates on recovery and skills acquisition. For cooperative, on Thursday, we'll be addressing members who will be giving money, who is already prepared for their loans and have been doing their cooperative. That arrangement is already on ground, and your matron will be communicating to you individually. Those of you who are cooperative monthly due members, 15th of this month, we shall be winding down for you to 15th of next month for you to go and prepare yourself for February 15th as we resume operation, and a lot will come in. The certification of cooperative from the Federation, preparation already. The minister has revamped the committee and they're working on so many things. So we are going to be joining them. And as we commence, I want to appreciate all of you for being there, working tirelessly with Trustcom and GBP. We are more involved in life touching program, giving opportunities to you, create environment and impact positively on skills in line with Mr. President. That is our field. So most of you who are already on the field of technician, you can come up with your ideas, with your proposals. Let's forward it to the right agencies that could partner with you, give you the window that we also have today. The opportunity we're enjoying today is that we are given the window to work in line with Mr. President and with the agency that has the mandate of impactful innovation and most especially creativity in amongst the youth. Thank you very much. This morning, my name is Engineer Brian Moses Sigoche, the father of Alegui Hofadania, Bod Gloria Original. Good morning to you, Nigerians.